problems in my family really started when I began middle school. Even though I'd been we've always had problems, but I was more of a child then, and it was, of course, it's always easier when you're younger. But I got into a stage where I was, it wasn't cool to hang out with your family. I wanted to be cool, so that wasn't cool. And it just became really difficult. I became very defiant and very, again, resentful. And my mom, I wasn't getting good grades. I wasn't doing right. I wasn't headed in a good path. I couldn't see myself as a person who got good grades and was good and all that stuff. A major turning point in my life that led to me going to the ranch was one summer I hadn't seen my dad in about 4 years. I'd gone to stay with him 4 years back, and I was thinking I was going to go every summer, and it just didn't work out. Summer after summer, it was not working out. So one summer, he called me, and he said he wanted me to come over, and I was excited. I hadn't seen him in so long. I missed him. So I got everything ready. I got my bags packed. I was marking off the days until June. I was ready. I missed my brother. I have stepbrothers, and I missed everybody. I wanted to go. I was excited. And so maybe a week before, I started calling, and I wanted to make sure everything was good and everything, and he didn't return my call. He didn't call me back. And every day after that, I called and called, and I didn't get a call back. And the day came, and it passed, and no call. And I became very depressed about that. I called, it became almost obsessive for me to call and call and call. And there would be times I'd be at the phone, and I'd get a message. I'd leave a message or something, and I'd just cry, and it was terrible. And I just felt into such deep depression and just anger. During my time at Eagle Ranch, I was able to really connect on a different level with God. In the past, I've always believed in God. I was raised in the faith, really, but I didn't know what it was to have a close relationship with God. I kind of kept him on the back burner, on the shelf, and I kind of felt ashamed, and like I wasn't worthy, really, that I'd done so many bad things, and I knew I wasn't going to change, so I didn't see a point in kind of going back to God. I didn't think that was going to help me. But I had a lot of time at the ranch to a lot of alone time, a lot of time to think. And I really developed a relationship. I learned that when I do something wrong, I shouldn't hide from God. I shouldn't, avoid him. I should go to him. I began to realize that my parents were for me when it came a lot with maturity and really being able to separate myself from the equation and seeing things as they are. I was so wrapped up in myself. That was the reason that I isolated myself. I didn't need anybody. It was just me. I was the only thing that mattered. My family, that was them, and this is me. When I began to separate myself from the equation and see us as a unit, working together towards a common goal, that was when I was able to see the importance in communicating and talking to them, and because that's how a team functions, that's how a unit functions. And it came with a lot of therapy, a lot of sessions with our counselor here, and it was very difficult, and a lot of tears and a lot of things that were brought to light. I'm just so grateful for being given this opportunity, and having met all the people that work here who have literally dedicated their lives to helping me grow and mature and just helping my family. And I don't think I'll ever forget this experience. It's completely unforgettable, and it has changed my life completely. I won't forget it for my entire life.